Welcome. This video will teach you how to recognize an opioid overdose and how to administer naloxone, a life-saving medication that temporarily reverses the effects of an opioid overdose. Opioid overdoses can happen to anyone taking prescription opioids or using illicit or recreational opioids. Accidental exposure is also possible. Quick recognition and immediate naloxone administration can save lives while emergency medical services are on their way. Knowing how to respond to an opioid overdose could help you protect a family member, friend, or community member. Have you ever worried about what you would do if someone stopped breathing because of an opioid overdose? Here are some signs of an overdose: unresponsive or unable to wake up, slow, irregular, or no breathing, blue, gray, or pale lips and fingernails, pinpoint pupils, and snoring, gurgling, or choking sounds. If someone is difficult to wake up and is breathing very slowly or not at all, suspect an opioid overdose. Please don't just assume that this person is sleeping. Think about these signs. Which one would make you call for help? How to use naloxone nasal spray. Step 1 is to check responsiveness. You can do this by shaking the person's shoulders and shouting their name if you know it. Step 2 is to call 911. Request emergency medical assistance immediately. Step 3 is to prepare the naloxone device. You do this by removing the naloxone nasal spray from the packaging. Do not test or prime the spray prior to administration. Step 4 is to position the person. You do this by laying the person on their back and supporting the back of their neck. Step 5 is to administer the naloxone. Insert the nozzle into one nostril until your fingers touch the nose. You can then press the plunger firmly. This will dispense the medication. Step 6 is to support breathing. If you are trained, please provide rescue breaths. If not, that's okay. You can monitor breathing and responsiveness. Step 7 is to repeat if needed. If there is no response after 2 to 3 minutes, administer a second dose in the opposite nostril. Naloxone works quickly, but its effects may wear off before the opioid leaves the body. Emergency medical care is still required after the reversal of an overdose using naloxone. I'll give you a few seconds to think about one step you can take this week to be prepared for an overdose emergency. Here are some examples of what you can do this week to be prepared for an overdose emergency. Learn where your naloxone kit is stored at work. Check the expiry date on your naloxone kit. Teach a family member how to use naloxone. And obtain a free naloxone kit from a local pharmacy. Now we have some questions. What are 3 signs of an opioid overdose? We have 5 main indicators for an opioid overdose: unresponsive or unable to wake up, slow, irregular, or no breathing, blue, gray, or pale lips and fingernails, pinpoint pupils, and snoring sounds, gurgling, or choking. How do you properly position someone before giving naloxone? You lay the person on their back and support the back of their neck. Some key takeaways are being able to recognize overdose signs, knowing to call 911 immediately, administering naloxone nasal spray, and staying with the person until emergency help arrives. Today you learned how to recognize an opioid overdose and administer naloxone safely. Remember, call 911, give naloxone, support breathing if possible, and stay with the person until help arrives. Your actions could save a life. If someone asked you how to use naloxone, could you explain the steps confidently?